from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On first down, it's Stafford. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set! 260!
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Zane Gonzalez, the former Browns kicker, out for the field goal against his old teammates. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. First down, Cole. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Going for the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Tua to throw again. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 48, past the 20.
Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down now, it's Cole. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now it's Stafford. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Stafford on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Peterson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On first down, Stafford here. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Again, he finds more. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns get a score closer. The point after is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be at the door.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Stafford looks to throw again. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
He's checking.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. And that is taken in by Njoku. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On play action, here's Tua. He's going to air one out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Take it at the 37. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. To throw is Stafford. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never.
That's caught inside the 20. Yeah, he's going to get this deep out of Carolina's side of the field. A big play that time for Cleveland. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Out to Cole on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Burns. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Troy Pride that time gets the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him.
And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards the pickup there. Second down and 3. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Ooh, with a juke. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So, hey, well, Mike 34. Hey, check Mike 34. It's our time. It's our time. Hey.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing is Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stafford. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down at Stafford. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off near the 44. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2 now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burns. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Tua. And incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. And that's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch your legs.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tua going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
You don't want nothing.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Panthers 34, Browns 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua. It's complete to Cole. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. He stepped around one man, but he'll only wind up getting about 1 yard. 2nd down. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that cuts this lead down to 13. But McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things... And intercepted! Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Out for the PAT, here's McGinnis.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
Steps away to his left.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Stafford now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now it's Stafford. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So with that neat 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Well, the former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check.